King Charles defies cancer diagnosis. Royal visit to Australia in the works. King Charles is reportedly planning a royal visit to Australia later this year, despite his recent cancer diagnosis. The monarch, aged 75, has temporarily postponed all public-facing duties to focus on his treatment. However, Australia's Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, has hinted at the possibility of the King's visit, emphasising the nation's eagerness to welcome the royal family. Prime Minister Albanese confirmed that Australia is actively preparing for a potential visit from King Charles. He acknowledged the King's compassion towards Australians affected by recent natural disasters and praised the country's support for the monarch during his health challenges. Mr. Albanese expressed the government's enthusiasm, stating that the King, the Queen, and other members of the royal family are always welcome in Australia. Discussions with states and territories are underway to explore options for the visit. Speculation about the King's trip surfaced earlier this year when a government spokesperson informed the Australian newspaper that the Prime Minister maintains a warm relationship with King Charles and looks forward to welcoming him to Australia. Despite the monarch's cancer diagnosis in early February, Mr. Albanese publicly wished King Charles a swift recovery, highlighting the King's history of reaching out to Australia during challenging times. If the royal tour proceeds as planned, it will mark the first visit by a reigning monarch to Australia since 2011. The late Queen Elizabeth II, accompanied by the Duke of Edinburgh, made an impressive 16 visits to the country during her reign. Her inaugural visit as monarch occurred in 1954, and her final visit took place in October 2011. Charles and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, last visited Australia in 2018, representing Queen Elizabeth II at the Commonwealth Games. While undergoing treatment, King Charles has temporarily postponed public-facing duties. However, he remains actively engaged in behind-the-scenes work, attending to his red boxes of state papers. Regrettably, his health condition will prevent him from attending the annual Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey on March 11. Nonetheless, reports suggest that the King has recorded a special message for the service, demonstrating his commitment to fulfilling his royal responsibilities despite his health challenges. King Charles's surprising decision to proceed with a royal visit to Australia, despite his cancer diagnosis, has captivated the public's attention. As the nation eagerly anticipates the arrival of the royal family, discussions between the Australian government and various states and territories are ongoing to ensure a successful visit. This historic event holds immense significance, as it will be the first time a reigning monarch has set foot in Australia in over a decade. Despite his health setbacks, King Charles remains dedicated to H.